Hey guys, this is Zach from vgoodies.com. Today we're going to show you how to clean the brand new Dr. Dabber Switch Go. The first thing you're going to need is your Dr. Dabber Switch Go, a set of Glob mops, some isopropyl alcohol. I like to use turp wipes, and a glass bowl. When working with isopropyl alcohol, you always want to take appropriate safety precautions. That's why I'm wearing gloves today. You can see the Dr. Dabber Switch Go right here. The first thing we're going to do is disassemble the unit. We're going to take out the glass, remove the carb cap, separate the top, and you'll see the insert in there. Now, to get the insert out, Dr. Dabber has added a cleaning mode to their app. It heats it up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, makes it quite easy to get out. You can also use tweezers, or if you fiddle with it enough and it's not super dirty, you should be able to poke it out with your finger too. Just like that. Now, I'm a big fan of doing the easy part first, so we're going to start with the carb cap. Now, what I like to do with the carb cap is pretty simple. I like to take a turp wipe and just wipe it off. Sometimes I'll stick a Q-tip into it, but it's generally not needed with this device. Once you have a turp wipe, you can open it. All it is an isopropyl alcohol pad. Take your carb cap and just clean the tip of it. Super simple, super quick, super easy. Now you can set that aside. With the same turp wipe, I'd recommend wiping off a couple areas of the mouthpiece. So right here, just clean the outside of it. And then this hole gets pretty dirty too, so I like to clean that with the turp wipe. Makes it easier. And then just give it a quick rinse over the entire thing. Now, you can see the outside's pretty clean. The inside, however, still has quite a bit of residue. This is after about 20-22 sessions. I take little baby sessions, you know, but it's still pretty dirty. So let's get that back to brand new. Now for the next part, I like to keep all of my glass inside of the bowl. And what we're going to do is we're going to gently pour some isopropyl alcohol down both holes. It's okay if you miss, you have the glass bowl below it. So we're going to go through the mouthpiece and then we're going to go through the down stem. Now you cover both holes and you're going to shake. I'm going to do that off camera though. Now that we have the glass all nice and clean, we're going to dump the rest out in the bowl and set this aside to air dry. Look how beautiful it is. Absolutely pristine. Now, I like to take the quartz bucket and just kind of soak it in the isopropyl, so I'll put it in the middle of my bowl. And just dump a little bit of ISO in it. We're not going to soak it for very long. We're just going to let it do its magic for a little bit. And then we're going to hit it with a Q-tip or a Glob mop. I prefer the Glob mops. These things are amazing. They make it very, very easy to clean your device. And the whole reason that I love them is because of how durable they are. And for a Q-tip, durability is really important when you're cleaning things. You can see that it's really tightly wound on both sides so that the Q-tip portion or the cotton portion doesn't just rip out. Now that we've soaked our quartz for a little bit, we're going to dump out the ISO and just get it nice and clean. You can use the pointed end of the Glob mop to get into that corner on the bucket. And now this insert is ready to air dry. This is the underside of the top to the Dr. Dabber Switch Go. As you can see, mine is fairly clean. If you ever do have residue here, you can take a Glob mop with a little bit of ISO on it and just go around here, around this edge. Just be careful. So far, I haven't really needed to clean this piece yet. One of the design features of the Dr. Dabber Switch Go keeps this portion of the device very clean, but if you do larger amounts during your sessions, you may have to clean it from time to time. Now, cleaning the unit is pretty easy. This is where your insert drops in. You're going to go around this with a Glob mop dipped in rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, just like that. And then there's one other spot that I noticed you might have to clean. Right there. And it's a very straight path, so you can just send a Q-tip right through it. Very easy to do, very easy to clean. Mine does not get gunked up that much, but I can imagine over hundreds or thousands of sessions, it might be looking a little worse for wear. So I would pay close attention to that part on this device, and every time you need to clean it, just send a wet Q-tip through like this. Oh, I guess I did need to clean it because there is definitely residue there. But that's very, very easy and very quick. I'm going to grab another Glob mop and do that again. Just with a little bit of ISO on it. Send it straight through this hole. Nice and clean. Now to clean this portion of your device, again, we're just going to take a Glob mop with some ISO on it. I like to use the pointed end. Just be very gentle. It doesn't take a lot. All you're doing is going around this area. And you'll notice that the cotton sticks a little bit when it's dirty. And then as soon as you get it clean, it doesn't stick anymore. After you're done cleaning this portion, you're just going to set the device over on the side and let it air dry. That's about it. We just cleaned the Dr. Dabber Switch Go, and now I'm going to show you how to put it back together really quick. Now, don't forget to do a burn off. I like to let it all air dry first, but then I'm just going to set it to temperature and let it run a cycle, just in case there's any residual isopropyl alcohol left. As you can see, there's a tiny bit of isopropyl alcohol vaporizing right now. As soon as that's done, I'll give it a quick rinse with just a dry cloth, and we're good to go. And there you have it. Now you've cleaned your Dr. Dabber Switch Go. First, we're going to take our Quartz Insert and toss it back in. We're going to take the top of the device and our glass piece, which you want to line this line up with this line on the glass piece. Now we're going to toss our carb cap on, and you are ready to go.